Okay, we're recording. So what I'm going to do today, this is Strength Training Fridays. Okay. So as you're moving around, see, I'm going to go ahead and put my gloves on, and I will encourage any of you who come on with me. We're going to be picking up things. Some of us have issues with our hands. If that happens to be you, or even if you don't have trouble and you want to avoid trouble, when you do repetitive things, a glove is like putting a little wrap on your joints in your hands. So as I am talking to you and walking forward, I not only just walk forward with my hands beside me, I start working my hands. So because when you do this kind of a motion, and see, I'm not emphasizing heel or toe, I just want you to take a few steps forward and a few steps backward. We're doing what's called flossing, okay? Especially with your spine. Okay, now we're going to take that and we're going to go like this, and then we're going to come right back. We've done this before, this crossover step. Crossover step, and we continue the arm motion. And like for me, I'm just coming off of a shoulder tenderness. I will call it that. It was a lot of very painful. I have a bad shoulder, or a challenge shoulder. Let me say that. I have a challenge shoulder. Okay, anytime you like overload in any way, whether it's you do a little bit extra yard work, you picked up your grandkids, you picked up your injured dog and carried them around and all that, it could kick something up, okay? Notice how I'm stepping across and back. I'm doing my floss. I'm doing a little gentle pivot, pointing that knee down, okay? And I kind of move forward. So after you go forward so much, then you're going to walk back. But when you walk back, make sure that you pick your heels up. So now as I go forward with this kind of a hesitation, crossover. So right here, stop. Drop your shoulders. Bend your back knee. This front knee is gonna bend anyway. But what we do when we do this move, and we're warming up to do a different kind of a weight loading Friday, okay? To weight load and to get the benefits of it, you don't always have to keep picking up heavier and heavier and heavier weights. Sometimes that's not appropriate, especially with certain joint issues, arthritis issues. But what is appropriate is to keep moving, okay? So see now I've drifted forward. See, my knee is soft here. My shoulders are down. Don't over lean. That's the biggest thing. If I were with you right now, every step, okay, back up, pull your heels up. Every step across like this, I would be standing right beside you. And like right now, if you were over leaning and junting your chin out, I would just tap you on the chin, and I would just push you back here and bend the back knee, okay? Then come back, okay? That is the two or three issues with getting the most out of this kind of a walk. And Mac is standing right in my way. Mac, go lay down. What's your deal? He just is walking around today. Okay, take a big breath, step to the side, and go ahead and shift to the side. Sometimes we don't do that. But right now in this warm-up, I am doing that. So I'm going to step to the side, but I'm going to step up and to the side. See how I'm shifting? So I'm shifting into the step. See that? Come up, shift into the step. Tight tummy, drop your shoulders, and quit leaning forward. Some of you are doing that, okay? Just pretend I'm tapping you. In fact, do it yourself. Tap yourself right here and say rib cage up. So you'll see an immediate change in the way you're using your vertebrae, the way you're using your shoulders. Everything can be helped by doing those two little things. So let's do it one or two more times, okay? So I'm going to step to the side and up a little. My feet are forward, my knees are soft, and I keep saying rib cage up and don't lean in, okay? Then you come here and you step up and wide. Your toes are forward. Some of you have turned your toes out like a deck, okay? Try to keep those toes forward. So here I'm sharing the weight load. See, I'm not leaned too far, but by virtue of moving into this step, I have to shift into that, okay? Pat yourself right here again. Say rib cage up, drop your shoulders, drop your chin. Bring that leg in, and then walk, 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 walk back. Listen, these little warm-ups that I do is for some specific reasons, okay? And some of them may seem elemental to you, but I'll tell you, if you have had issues with your back, with your joints, see how I'm bringing this leg up and forward now? So I've changed from one forward and back walk to a side split walk. Now I'm going to a crossover walk, okay? We did stationary crossovers, which for anybody out there that has hip issues, do not discount using your whole body weight and doing these kinds of simple moves. See, we did that. Some of you are coming on and you didn't get my first few moves, but here's the deal. Now we're progressing. Now we're gonna go here and we're gonna take the back leg and just bring it up here and then come together, okay? And then step to the side, walk back, and we're gonna do the other side. Here we go. So I'm gonna step across. Now by back leg, gotta make my brain engage, and then it comes forward, okay? And come back and walk back, walk back, walk back, walk back. Not only does this progressing from this kind of a walk, which is what we did several times, right? And then we went into just crossover and back, crossover and back. And then we went to step wide and go ahead and shift into that step and step up just a few inches. Okay, now tighten your tummy. Take a big breath. And you're gonna come right up to this. Then you're gonna step wide. Toes are forward. Catch yourself right here. Upright, yeah, rib cage up. Knees are soft, toes are forward. And I'm gonna come from here up. See, I'm doing this wide split and I have to shift into the front leg, but my toes are forward. And then out. And then walk back, walk back, walk back, walk back. And then lastly, we did our crossover. We're still working with our hands. Back knee is soft, front knee is soft and bent. Drop your chin, take the back leg. Now I'm hanging on right now because I'm trying to set you up for what we're gonna do in this class today. We're gonna do a lot of hesitating. And the reason is because when you, so ever I come like that, just step right up here to the leg, okay? Then I'll step into the middle, step back, okay? The reason I'm gonna hesitate with you on a lot of stuff today is because a lot of times when we get a move, okay, take the back leg, bring it all the way forward, and then step together, okay? And if that's challenging to you, keep trying to do this. This is a very good move to do, not only for your muscles, your bones, the warming up process, but it hooks up both sides of your brain, okay? I think I think when my husband would hear my rhetoric on some of these moves, he would hone in on certain things like that and say, you need to go do that walk that hooks up your brain right now. Uh, so welcome to my world. Okay, so shake out just a little bit. We're going to be hesitating today because I'm going to show you 3 maybe to 5 techniques. I wouldn't do them all at once generally, but I'm going to just give it to you to think about. Okay, see, I backed up walking, then I'm going to turn here to my chair. So I have my chair, I have my little pad, I'm going to use it. I have my free weights, but guess what else I have? I have a bag of groceries. I have some balls. I have all kinds of stuff, just like you probably have in your room. We're going to be doing those kinds of pickups because that's a way to get benefit of weight loading. You don't just have to pick up heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier weights. Okay, that said, here we go. Change positions is one of the things. Here's my little pad. It's on my chair. So I'm going to go from this, open wide, push back, shift, and then tap. See that? Then go back to the chair, push back. So I put weight load on my shoulders in a really good way. Then I shift, I tighten, I hold firm here. And again, safety first, safety first, safety first. If you get worried, even thinking about lifting that leg up here, and you're like a little shaky on it, don't go up that high. Just go to the chair rung or step forward. See? Step forward. Or have your hand on a pole, on a wall, on something that doesn't move. Okay? So here I go. I'm changing positions. So we're going to be doing a lot of changing of positions. That's one way to benefit from weight loading without lifting heavier weights. So see how I'm going from my heel into my toes. I'm lifting my heels. My knees are bent. My shoulders are down. I'm putting positive pressure all in the upper body right now. I'm holding. Then I'm going to pull my elbows in and I'm going to go lower. And then I'm going to come back up. I'm going to push back. I'm going to shift. I'm going to bring this leg and just go right here. I'm going to hold in this position. See, the knee is bent. I will have a pole if I need it for balance, or a wall or a bed. You get the idea. Now bring that leg down. Shift to the other side. Go to the toe. Get ready. Tight tummy, shoulders down. Get ready. Here we go. Tap. Hold on here for just a second. This knee is soft. Use a pole. Use whatever you need to if you need extra balance help. And then push it back down. Now we're going to go right back down to the chair. I'm going to roll my elbows in. That's what you might not be seeing. Some of you are addressing your chair and you're flaring your elbows. And we will do that at some point, but not now. So my hands are on the chair. I'm on my toes. My heels are up. I'm going to press my heels down. I put a little load into the upper body as I shift. See how I go into the heels? And then I come into the toe box. My shoulders are down. I come into the toe box. I do not feel pressure in my knees, bad pressure at all. I feel the pressure right here, which is right on top of that muscle above your knee. You should not have knee strain here. You should not have shoulder strain. So I'm coming off of knowing what, how it is to push a challenged shoulder. And I can tell you, to be able to hold your own body weight is a big deal. So go into the toes. You see how we're holding in this position? You see how my back is very extended? I do not flex my back here. I'm at extension. I keep my shoulders down as I rotate in. I push. I bend my pull my elbows in. Do not flare on your elbows right now. So go down, increase the bend. Where's the bend? You're on your toes, your heels are up, you're pushing down, you're rocking back to the heels, elbows are bent, pull the elbows in, press. Here we go, breathe in through the nose, out through the nose. Two more. In through the nose, out through the nose. Here we go. Toes, elbows in, increase the bend, and come back. And come back, and come up. Come right back here, do a little turn. And now whenever I do this turn, you can shift from one leg to the other. But what I don't want you to do is to bend from your waist, okay? So here we are, straight forward, coming off of that move where we were holding. We're gonna go turn, bring it back. See, my shoulders stay pretty much over my hips. Now I'm gonna shift a little, my heel is up, turn, my tummy's tight, drop my shoulders. Now you're talking about a move that is gonna weight load you in a very positive way, all the way down your spine, all the way down through the hips, positive pressure through your knee, through all the muscles around the knee, and then, not the least of which, your feet, okay, your ankle. Oh my goodness, now drop your shoulder, drop your shoulder. Some of you have brought your shoulder way up, drop them. See, I'm holding, see that? Then I come right here to the center. Big breath in through the nose, out through the nose, okay? If possible, anytime you feel like a oxygen hunger, go ahead and breathe through your, however you can. They're just going after squirrels. Here we go, turn and turn. Okay, so here I am. See how I'm not leaning? See how I'm holding here? Yeah, so I'm gonna go straight from this to my first unassisted semi squat. I'm not going all the way down, okay? So I'm gonna go right into here. I'm gonna pull forward and forward. My palms are facing each other. Chin is tucked. I'm holding into this almost all of my four corners of my foot, a little more into the heels, and then I go press, and I go press, and I go press, and I am not curling or flexing my back. I don't want a rounded back here. I'm pushing mostly into the heels, but I have a whole foot on the ground. I'm going to keep my chin tucked, and I'm just reaching with my palms facing each other for a reason, okay? Stay in this pattern here. Now we're going to turn the palms up, and I'm going to just act like I'm serving you something. See how I come back and I reach forward, and I'm staying in my heels while I do this different motion or pull with my hand palm up. Keep your shoulders down, push into the heels right now. You're gonna feel it here like, yeah, just like that. So you do see what's happening? We are changing and increasing the effort without lifting any weights at all. It's our body weight. Okay, focus on the hand. The palm is up. Act like you're serving. Go into your heels. Say rib cage up. In through the nose. Out through the nose. Turn, serve. Turn, serve. Stay in your heels. Drop your chin. In through the nose. Out through the nose. Yeah, stay with me, stay with me, stay with me, stay with me. Okay. Drop down a little lower now before you release it. It's going to be just kicking you right here. Yeah. Now come back up. Woo. Okay, walk. walk, walk, walk. In through the nose, out through the nose. It's very hard to breathe through your nose when you're talking, but you can do it. And the in between talking, make sure you're in through the nose, out through the nose. See, Ruby's waiting. She can't get up. Come on, Ruby. You can do it. Come on. See, I'm making her pull her, I'm making her pull her legs up. She has to really pull hard because she doesn't have the strength in her legs. Oh, anyway, I'm rehabbing my dog. Okay, take a big deep breath. Now we're going to use one of the moves we used in the warm-up. We're going to step forward, right? We did some stepping forward, right? Still haven't picked up any weight, have I? I've changed your body position, okay? So step back here, breathe in through your nose, out through your nose, check your posture. Drop your shoulders. Chin is tucked. Rib cage is up, okay? Soften your knees a little. Soften through the hip hinge. Because when you step forward, bigger than normal, you have to have those things in place, okay? I'm gonna step forward now, I'm gonna go into the move, okay? Step a little wider. Your toes are forward. And again, if you get a little wonky on any of these split stance moves at all, or one-legged moves, you got to be in a place where you can put your hand on a chair, a hand on a wall. You get it, okay? I'm gonna keep telling you this because who knows who's gonna pull these up. So you see this stance? I'm holding here for a reason. And if some of you go into this and I start talking and you just go out of the move because you're saying, oh, Jeannie doesn't remember she's got us in this move. I'm like, there's a method to my madness. Kathy knows it very well. Anyway, she can tell you how long we've been here in this position, but we're in this position for a reason. I'm little by little, I'm bending the back knee. See, I'm lifting my heel. There's the pat to make sure your shoulders are over your hips. Keep bending the back knee. Bending the back knee. You're going to be feeling this through your muscle here, your calf, your foot. Stay in good position for as long as you can, okay? So I take this up to, sometimes 15, sometimes 30 seconds, all right? Kathy will yell, a minute. I know. Okay, take a breath. So I'm doing a method today. I'm showing you about at least 3. I may not get to all of them, but I'm showing you ways, and I have them, see, I'm stepping forward while I'm getting us into the next move. So when you step forward, step a little wider than you're normally used to, okay? Have something that you put your hand on if you need to steady yourself. Got it? Pat yourself. The minute you say rib cage up, you're going to notice it elicits a bend in the knee. Good. Bend that knee in the back. Take a big deep breath. In through the nose, out through the nose. Keep checking your parameters. Keep your chin tucked. Okay, this time now, as my knee goes down in the back, see, don't worry about this one. It's going to come down anyway. Okay, keep yourself upright. Turn your palms up. Okay, you're going to bring one palm up at a time, but you're not going to go much over your shoulder height. Okay, bring the knee in the back down. Another little tiny, tiny, tiny inch. Now say rib cage up. Don't lean forward. Don't lean into that front knee anymore, the front leg any more than you have to. Palm up, palm up, palm up. Bring that hand down. Go back. Then bring it up one more time. Bend the back knee. Bend the back knee. Breathe in through the nose. Out through the nose. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Bend that back knee down. And then come back. Bring that leg back. Okay, now we're going to do this other side. So we didn't hold it quite as long on the other side. I was just getting you going. We're only going to do one of these, so don't start freaking out. Doesn't she know how long we're holding this? Yes, I do. Okay, you ready? Ready? Okay. In through the nose, out through the nose. Check your posture. That's number one. Because what am I fixing to do? I'm fixing to take a great big step forward. And the minute you step forward, I can just tell you you're going to be leaning. So don't lean. Pull yourself back if you find yourself leaning. Pretend I'm right beside you, giving you a little pat here to keep your shoulders over your hips. Now I'm going to take the other hand and I'm going to bring it up like I'm serving. Remember we did this in the warm-up, okay? So keep patting. Do you see every time I pat here, every time I breathe in, I'm holding, I say rib cage up, I go down 1 more inch in the back knee. 1 more inch. Yeah, hang out here. Just hang out here. In through the nose, out through the nose. Yeah. Okay, hold just for 5 more seconds. Stay with me, bring that back knee down. You should be feeling it here, feeling it there, feeling it everywhere. In through the nose, out through the nose. Bring that hand back. And then bring it forth 1 more time and go down a little tiny bit lower. Just a tiny bit. In through the nose, out through the nose, and bring it back down. And bring those legs together. Walk, 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 walk. I know, I can hear some of you screaming at me. I really wanted to focus on this. I do these principles a lot without talking about it in our classes. And yes, part of it's going to be free weights. But here's the point of today's class. You can get appreciable load to improve your joints, to improve your muscles, your bones, by doing different techniques. You don't have to just keep picking up heavier and heavier and heavier weights, okay? And a lot of it goes with your body weight, okay? So we've already done one of the techniques, add pauses. We've done working one side versus the other side. We've already done that. We've already done slowing down. And see, I put all of those into the warm-up as well. I just didn't tell you what I was doing. Okay, are you ready? We're going to address our chair here. And we've done this type of a thing before, but here's what we're going to do that we haven't done before. I have some household items, such as bags of beans. I have cans. I have a jug. See here, I'm going to put that one there. See, I have a can of food. I'm just going to throw it right there. I'm going to put my bag of beans over there. Okay. I'm going to come right here. I'm going to keep my pillow here. Now, I'm going to take that pillow out in just a minute. Okie dokie. I am. I'm going to take that pillow out, but right now, we haven't gone quite that deep yet. Okay. Number 1, step wide. Okay. Before we go into the move, we're going to take a little tiny interset. So what are we going to do? We're going to put our hands here. We're going to release the butt muscles. Number 1 and 2. Number 3, hands here. Your shoulders will roll forward a tiny bit. But here's where I want you to say rib cage up. Drop your shoulders. You got it? Now I'm going to go into that. Press my hips forward. See, I'm pressing my hips forward. I'm increasing the bend in the back. So this is typically called a hyperextension, which for almost every back issue there is very beneficial to do. So how do I check my posture on this? Well, see if I'm doing it right. Drop your shoulders. Oh my gosh, do I have to keep saying that? Yes, I do, because we forget, me as well, okay? Release your butt muscles. Don't be squeezing them here. The whole reason is to help release tightness that comes from hips, comes from wonky spines, comes from a whole host of things. Soften your knees, okay? Keep dropping your shoulder, dropping your chin. Bend your knees. I'm pushing my hips forward. I have no tightness now in my gluteals, okay? And I'm hanging out here for a bit. Okay, one more drop of the shoulders, drop of the chin. Now, pull the butt back. See, push the butt back. Oh my goodness. When you're done with that and you've held it for over 10 to 15 seconds, oh, it's amazing how it totally releases this tightness that a lot of us feel. You know why? We're doing this all day long. All day long. We go pick up things, we're doing this. These are always in a bin, okay? You have to open them at some point, okay? So now I've got my objects. I even have my dog here that I might pick up. So this is part of changing position. Go wide where your chair is, hip hinge, tap down, even sit, take the load off of your feet, that's okay. Okay, now I'm gonna come back up and I'm gonna step this way and I'm gonna hip hinge and I'm gonna bring up my jug. See, I'm just gonna bring up my jug. I'm gonna hang on to it right here. I'm gonna step back. See that? All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and step again and I'm gonna put it down. So see, I'm doing that little front step, but I'm in a hip hinge. I'm in a squat. Okay, now I'm gonna turn. I'm gonna come down and pick up a lighter weight. It's just a can of food. Okay, I'm gonna bring it right here. I'm gonna go from one hand to the other hand. I'm in a wide stance. I'm in a squat stance. See that? See that? See that? Then I'm gonna step back. I'm gonna hang on to my can. I'm gonna bring that can over my head. Soften my knees and bring it over my head and keep my elbows pointing up. Do not flare your elbows here. Now bring that can of food all the way back down. So right here, see that? So I'm in a wide stance in front of my chair, okay? Tight tummy, soften my knees, bring that can back up. I'm gonna bring it over my head. I'm gonna go all the way down as far as I can with my hands, but my elbows are doing what? They're going up, not out. Bring it back. Now, let me just tell you, not this last Monday, but the Monday before this last Monday, there's no way that I could have done this. My shoulder was acting up. I'm doing it perfectly fine. No pain, but I'm being gentle with it, okay? Even in these moves, I'm being gentle with my moves, but I'm doing the moves. I'm doing full ranges. I still am stepping wide. I'm turning with that light can. I'm gonna come back here, and now I'm gonna go into the squat, but I'm not gonna sit. I'm gonna touch the backs of my legs on that pillow. See, I'm not sitting. I'm going into my heels. My can of food is right here. I'm touching the backs of my legs. I'm hanging out here for a little bit. Hanging out here for a little bit. Tapping the backs of my legs. Tapping the backs of my legs. Tapping the backs of my legs. Keep your chin tucked. In through the nose. Out through the nose. In through the nose. Out through the nose. And now I'm going to come up. I'm going to open the other side. All the way open. In through the nose. Out through the nose. And then I come back. So about now is when, if we were in in-person class, I can almost guarantee you that Kathy would be saying, oh dear, she would be saying, sorry about that, this is live class. Kathy would be saying, oh dear, you need to be careful when she says we're going to do something different today. Okay, here's my can of food. I was letting you take a break while my dogs are going nuts. So, okay, I still am stepping wide. See that? So I'm going to go back into that holding squat. So I gave you recovery time, right? Take as much as you need. Stay down there with me as much as you can, but we're not sitting. We're going into the heels. I have a wide stance. My toes are forward. I have a can of food, or it could be a light weight. I like to use household objects. Sorry about all the barking. They'll settle down here in a minute. Okay, here I go. I'm right back there. I'm touching the backs of my legs and I'm coming up and down first, and then I'm gonna hold. So I'm down there. Get up here and lay down. Come on, come on, come on, get up there. Oh, she can't do it. Stay in the move. Get up there. So we're down here. The hands are out. I'm touching the backs of the legs. I'm doing little pulses, hanging out here. I'm not sitting. Breath, breath. Keep your shoulders down. Breath. Just 2 or 3 more. Breath into the nose, out through the nose. One more. And come up. You should be yelling right here. Should have got you. That's my point. You don't have to necessarily have weights around you. You just have an attitude that you're going to push your muscles. You're going to work a little, okay? Because honestly, that's really the best bet for any of stuff that bothers people. I ask, well, have you sweat 3 times a week? Have you made your muscles scream just a little? See, that's the point. Okay, here's my bag of beans. See that? So if you have a ball, great. If you have a bag of beans, great. If you have a can of food, if you have a weight. This is 4 pounds, not very heavy, okay? So I'm gonna take this because it's pliable, and I'm gonna just place it on top of my head. See that? Yeah, we used to do this. So if you have a bag of beans, this won't work with a can of food, by the way. And it won't work with, it might work with a ball that's squishy, okay? I'm telling you, they are trying to, the marketers, you know, we are America. We are a capitalist society. It's up to you to say whether you're going to buy something or not, okay? And for whatever reason, if you have a bag of beans, it's as good as a lot of those, I don't know, sandbags and everything that they're selling. A bag of beans, a bag of rice. Put it on your head. Drop your chin. Okay, it'll fit there nicely. If you are extremely forward head person, rounded shoulder person, this is going to kick you, okay? So just try it with me. If you have to steady it to keep it from falling all the time, that's okay. So now we're going to take a little step back, okay? We're going to come here and we're going to step back. See that? And we're going to step up. I have my hands just like this in a W. See that? See that? Okay. My knees are soft. My chin is tucked. This bag of beans, it could be any kind of bag of anything that will fit on your head. I have to keep my ears over my shoulders or this bag does not stay there, is the point. See here, I'm in a W. See this? So now I'm going to add a movement here. Palms down, step back. See, mine almost went back, so I corrected it. I go back, drop your shoulders. Come right in here to a W. Bring your foot up, okay? Keep your chin in a tucked position and your head from moving. We are managing 4 extra pounds. That's included your own head, which, you know, some of us have heavier heads than others. There's a joke there somewhere, but I won't digress into that. Okay, you ready? Step back, not big, just a little. My hands are in a W. Now I'm gonna go out with my hands. I'm gonna turn my palms up. I'm stepping back. I'm gonna come and step back gently, managing this 4 pounds of beans on my head, okay? Drop your shoulders, tight tummy. I'm in a W, then I'm gonna come up and my palms are up. I'm gonna take my hands now and I'm gonna go all the way down with my palms up. Okay, this is something that those of you with rounded shoulders, problems with forward head, wow, if you can just turn this workout on and do this segment and do it on a regular basis, it's gonna help you so much to see where you're at. Okay, are you ready? I'm gonna step forward now. See that? And my hands are palm up. I'm shifting weight. I'm bringing them down. I'm gonna step forward with that bag of beans on my head. And for some of you, let's say you've had neck issues, maybe you just put a little book or not a book, that'll be harder. Bags of anything, noodles. If you got a 2-pound bag of noodles and put it up here on your head and managed it, that would be good, okay? Now, are you ready? One more task. We're gonna go forward and back, just like this. Keep your shoulder down, okay? So it's just like this. And we're gonna go out to the side and shift and then come back, but maintain this. Here we go. Out and to the side and back. Keep your chin tucked, out. So here's the deal. If I can get you to do this kind of a task with anything on your head and try to maintain it from falling off, oh my goodness, you've just taken great strides in helping yourself with neck issues, because you're demanding this on your head demands that you keep your ears over your shoulders. That's the point. Okay, put your hands down here. This is going to be a hard one. I'm going to step, turn, steady your object if you need to. That's okay. So I'm here at my chair. So I feel the chair on the backs of my legs. So I know it's there. Hold your sack. Make sure you're in the right position. And see, I have my little pad here on my chair because I don't want to go down too far yet. So I have 2 extra inches here. Are you ready? You know what we're going to do, don't you? So I'm going to keep my bag of beans on my head. I'm going to keep my chin tucked. I'm going to go down, 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 and I'm going to sit. Take a breath. Drop your shoulders. Are you ready? Now I'm going to keep my chin tucked. And see, let me take just a moment. Some of you are saying, well, is that good for you to do that? I said, yes, it is. Keep your chin tucked. Because when I tell you to tuck your head, your chin, you know what some of you do? You go like this. You bend your neck. When you have this on your head, you will see you cannot do that. Okay? So I'm going to tuck my chin. And I'm going to go put pressure. I use my hands if I need to. I'm going to push my butt back. I'm just going to keep my chin tucked. That's all. I'm not going to bend my neck. I'm going to come up and I'm going to stand. I'm going to turn. I'm going to turn. I'm going to go back into that. And I'm going to sit with control. Slow everything down. Add a minimal weight here. Oh my goodness. Keep your chin tucked. heels, and you're up. In through the nose, out through the nose. You're gonna lose this if you do the same bending of your neck that many of you do. Okay, and I do it too if I'm not thinking about it, okay? It's not like I know very well how this goes. Here we go, up. So see, now I can come up with no hands, and I can go down with no hands, and I keep my chin tucked, and I keep my back extremely extended. It's in a nice neutral spine the whole way up and the whole way down. So here's the game. The game is to be able to do this, not using your hands to help with, crossing, and get to where you can do at least a set of 10 without losing this. And what is the biggest value here? Because it's not heavy weight, right? So the biggest value, of course, is keeping a neutral spine while you're moving into a seated position. Okay, and the biggest value of doing something like this with something on your head, here's the biggest one. You have to slow down. You have to slow down. In through the nose, out through the nose. Okay, I'm going to do 2 more, and I think I'm going to call it 10. I'm going to do 1 more. Big breath. Keep your tummy tight. And now I'm going to reach up. I'm going to grab that. And I'm going to just hang on to it right here. And I'm going to come up. And I want you to see the difference. This is 4 stinking little pounds of beans that you would think is no big deal. But if you did every one of those with me, and you really held your neutral spine with your neck, your back all down, oh my goodness, what a difference does that feel? So all of these techniques are techniques to add weight load without piling on more pounds and more pounds and more pounds. That's the point. We're using household items. We're using all kinds of stuff. Okay, now I'm going to address shoulders again. And at this point, I'm going to take my little pad out, and I'm going to challenge myself by stepping on it. Now, at the very end today, we are going to do a heavy carry. I am going to tell you that. And I'll show you ways to mitigate it so that you can use less weights and still get a good load. So I'm on my little pillow, correct? So I'm going to put my hands right here in the chair. Yes. So I'm going to put one foot right in the middle. I'm going to keep my chin tucked. I'm going to soften my elbows. I'm going to take one leg and go backward with it. And I'm going to go point, flex. I'm going to go out and in. Point, flex. Keep your elbows soft. Out and in. I'm only going to do 2 at a time. Okay, check your posture. You're on the middle, in the middle of your pad. Your elbows are soft, your chin is tucked. I'm going to bring one leg and go straight out with it. I'm going to go point, flex, out, and in. Tight tummy, keep your elbows soft, shoulders down. Breathe in through the nose, out through the nose, out, in, and come back. Okay? Now I'm going to stay on my little pillow. I'm going to fold myself down. I'm going to reach out to the back of the chair. And I'm going to keep my ears in between my arms. Because I do not want to flex my back. So I'm doing a little tiny fold. I'm not doing a full fold. So I'm on my pillow. Now I'm going to put one leg there. And I'm just going to pick up the other leg. And then I'm going to do the same move. So bring your foot up. Be on one leg. Put your ears between your arms. Push your butt back. Hold. Your ankle should be working hard. Then come back. Put the other leg in the middle, other foot. Okay? Say rib cage up. Bring the other leg up. In the knee, push the butt back. In through the nose. Crawl to the seat of your chair. Put your hands over it. Your ears are right in between your arms. Come down as far as you can. Take a big breath. In through the nose, out through the nose. Put your foot down and come back up. Push back. Oh! And then I'm gonna get rid of my little pad. Here's my seat. Okay. Now I'm gonna approach my weights. Many of you have weights, right? I'm gonna pick up what's called a medium weight for me. So whatever a medium weight is for you, that's gonna be your carry, okay? So we're gonna change up. We're gonna put movement variations in the sit to squat and the carry. So here's the carry. And do you see what I'm doing? As I go forward and I go back, I'm hesitating. Only like 1001 or 1002. Now I'm gonna step. I have this carry right here. I'm gonna keep it right here. I'm not lifting it with my arms. I'm gonna go into and do a squat and bring those right to my thighs, okay? So I'm right here, I'm gonna go right here. I'm gonna pull the weights up, put them on my thighs. These should be a medium heavy weight. So I'm gonna hip hinge, in through the nose, out through the nose, hip hinge. I'm gonna bring the weights down. And now this time, get your feet wide because you're gonna stand up. Are you ready? We're gonna bring them up and we're gonna stand up with those weights. We're gonna go back down, bring those weights down. We're gonna stand up, push into the heels. One more, just one more with me. In through the nose, out through the nose. Here we go. Then we're gonna proceed to do our little carry. And do you see how I'm hesitating? I'm not just, going real fast because I know the move. I've got 24 pounds here, okay? I'm coming off of needing to be delicate with my shoulder. This works. You don't have to do like something that's gonna push you over the edge in order to get benefit, okay? All right, so here we are. We're gonna do pendulum, step back, and we're gonna go front to back. So I'm putting this one in here because it's Marilyn's favorite. See this? This should feel really good. It's a great balance move. If you need to be more split, more open, you can do that. But look at my hands. See, I'm staying well under. I'm not bringing them way up, okay? Forward leg, backward leg, again. This is a great recovery move, but don't be leaning in and don't be lifting your hands way up. See how low my hands are? I want it to be like a pendulum. If I start lifting my hands on this move, it's not a pendulum anymore. Stay here. Stay down here. That's where your shoulders are going to benefit, okay? And I get this little tiny transverse move and take a breath into the nose, out through the nose, go into a W again, okay? Just reach out, keep your hands down, grab your shoulder blades back here, drop your shoulders, and just give yourself a big old hug. Because I would give you a hug right now if we were in our class, but we are not. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and turn off the recording. You guys, I hope did really good today. We're able to follow that.